Good morning, everybody. So you can see by the title, I am making some turkey soup. And I know you can just kind of roughly see it, but in here, I got a big old 10-pound bird. Our Thanksgiving is in about 3 weeks. So turkeys are going on sale right now. So I figured perfect time to make some turkey soup. Now normally I do chicken soup, but turkeys were a great price, so why not? So I just put in, it's actually almost level for what you'd add in for canning for water in here. And I'm not adding any vegetables or anything like that to this. Why? Because I just want it straight up turkey. I don't, well actually, you know what? No, I'm going to change my mind on that. I'm going to add in a bay leaf. Let me find it here. Okay. No. Sorry, my dog's so eager to get on my bed and I don't want him on there. It's raining today. Okay, so I'm going to add in a couple bay leaves. And I'm going to, if I can, add in a little bit of canning salt because I am going to be canning this, so I want to use canning salt. I'm not sure you guys can see what exactly I'm doing. I'm hoping you can. Okay, and I'm going to add just a pinch of sage to this because this is poultry, right? And poultry and sage go lovely together. Okay, and that's all I'm adding. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to treat this as if I'm canning it. I know you guys can still hear me. I'm just putting stuff away here. So I'm going to treat this as if I'm canning it. And I'm going to pressure cook it for, as soon as I can find my lid, I'm going to pressure can it for 90 minutes. I think 90 minutes is good because I normally do my bone broth for 3 hours, so 90 minutes I think works for me. I think 90 minutes is an hour and a half. Yeah, I think that's perfect. And I'm going to do it for my altitude. My altitude is 10 pounds. So, and then I'm going to let this cool down and debone it and strain it, like strain it from the broth, debone it, and probably set the bones aside because I'll cook them again. I don't know. We're going to find out. Like I said, this is the first time me doing it using fresh meat. So, let's go along. Yeah, I'm bringing you along for the ride, okay, people? So, we'll be back on the next step. Good morning, everybody. So, we are getting this turkey soup finished up. I've already strained it. I have the bones set aside. They're in the freezer, so when I make my Thanksgiving turkey, I can save those bones, and then I can roast all those bones and make more broth. But for now, we're just doing soup. I've got a good, I don't even know, it's probably at least a good gallon of broth in there from that one turkey. And guys, I'm not following a recipe from the Ball Canning book. I am just making my own because this is for when we're just coming off the flu or someone just isn't quite feeling themselves, like they're just not feeling right, you know. You just want a good hearty healthy soup. So that's what I'm using these ingredients for. So I've got carrots in here that I've diced up. They're, you know, small enough to fit on your spoon. I've got a little bit of celery in here just for flavor, and I have onions in here. I got like 3 onions in here, and that's all gonna go in here. And this broth is really hot because I've brought it to a major boil this morning and let it boil for a while. Okay, so that's in there. Next, I'm adding in my potatoes that have turned a little black, but that's alright, don't really care. It's just the way they look. So that's going in there, and there's lots of potatoes in there. Lots and lots of potatoes. Now I need my spoon. And I'll give that a stir. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simmer this with just the vegetables in it for about probably 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. And then I'm going to add my turkey in and let it cook for about another 5 or 10 minutes, just so that way the turkey doesn't overcook in here, because it's already fully cooked. So much so that my daughter had it for dinner last night because she didn't want what we were having for supper. And she took it in her lunch again today. She packed it in her lunch. So, I know the turkey's good. Okay. And I'm also going to chop up and add a couple garlic cloves in here, because those are also very good for you when you're not feeling very well. So, we'll be back when I'm ready to add the turkey and the garlic. So, we'll be right back. Okay guys, so this has actually been boiling longer than I wanted it to because I got on the phone. So, I'm going to add my turkey now. And guys, honestly, I thought I was recording when I added the spice, like my herbs and that into this. Yeah, I wasn't. I'm sitting here talking to myself thinking the camera's on. But anyway, so I've got the garlic in here. I got 2 big cloves of garlic in there. And some basil, about half a teaspoon of basil, about half a teaspoon of parsley, and maybe like 1/8 of a teaspoon of sage in here, and another tablespoon of salt to compensate for the potatoes. So it's very mildly seasoned, what you want for upset tummies. And then I've got my turkey here. This is what was left of the 10-pound bird that my daughter got into eating, and that you can see, like, she took a good chunk of it here. Oh, and that side too, I didn't notice that. Anyway, so we're gonna very, very, very carefully pop that in. Come on. Come on. The dark meat is in there, the white meat is in there. It's all in here, and it's super cold. Now, I have no idea if I'm gonna have to add some water to this just to help thin it out a little bit, because I don't want it to be really, really thick soup. Okay, and you can also see here, they're big hunks of chicken, like turkey. I'm always saying chicken, so I'm normally making this with chicken. Sorry. They're pretty big hunks. I do that so when I'm canning it, it will break down even more, and when you're cooking it, it breaks down even more. Actually, you know what? I don't really think I need to add any more liquid to that. Here, let me bring you guys in for a close-up here. Give me a second. And it's going to take you off the tripod. Okay, and there we go. You can see here, I just got you off the tripod, so sorry if it's really wobbly, because I got to stand on my tippy toes. Oop, fog! Hang on, let's defog. Defog, defog. Okay, there we go. Let's go with this angle. Okay. That is going to be a real nice soup for when tummies are healing, or just on a nice cold winter day and you want some turkey soup. Okay, so I'm going to let that heat up. And then I'm gonna get my jars ready. So we'll be right back. Alright, so my soup is all warmed up and ready to go. My jars are cleaned up, my canners are ready. Now it is time to start ladling it in. Trying to make sure I get a little bit of everything in here. You know, you dig down in the bottom, stir it, you know. There we go. You go 1 inch from the top, debubble. Wipe your rim. Make sure it's good and clean. Now, doesn't that look tasty? Nice and simple as well, not much to it, just enough for if you got an upset tummy. Now I need my rings. Where are they? Ah. Here are my rings. Okay, I'm going to put this on there. Now I'm canning this in pints and quarts, so the pints can for 75 minutes, quarts can for 90 minutes. And that is with that's really the baseline for any soups you're making that you're not following a recipe for, if there's meat in it. So it's kind of the baseline there. So that's what I'm going with. So 75 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts. So we'll be back when these are all out of the canner, and I'll let you know how many of each and what I got. So we'll be back. And here we go. Here is the turkey soup ready for the winter. Doesn't that just look so good? So I ended up with 5 quarts and 12 pints. So I've got individual sick people and children or 2 or my husband or whatever kind of thing. So there we go. So guys, when you're canning and filling your pantry, don't forget that you need to have simple meals like this on your shelf, because in the middle of the winter, you know it, at some point someone's going to get a really bad cold, someone's going to get the flu, and you don't have a simple soup. What are you going to do? This way, all you got to do is just go down and grab it, and you have that simple, nutritious soup on the shelf. So I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you again soon. Bye.